everybody, it's Sky here, and today we're going to talk about how to decide on your online dating process. Now, what is an online dating process, you ask? Okay, you did not ask that question, but I'm going to tell you. Online dating, of course, process would be, of course, a series or actions or steps you take to achieve a particular goal or end. And in this case, it would be to find a husband, find a wife, or a long distance relationship. Did I just say that? Because who actually looks for a long distance relationship? Okay, maybe somebody does, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm mainly talking about looking for a serious relationship. As we know, online dating is just a search engine to find like-minded people, and you arrange a date or to meet them over the internet. And which that comes with looking at profiles and pictures. Now, there are certain categories on online dating. And in particular, there are generally 6, and there is marriage, serious relationship, friendship, travel partner, casual relationship, and pen pal. What is pen pal? Okay, I don't know what that is, but they should really change that now to text buddy. We'll talk about that another time. So, to determine your process would be according to what the outcome that you want. Now, I'm only primarily talking about serious relationships. I'm not talking about casual relationships or friendships or text buddies. I'm not talking about that because most likely you don't want to invest, let alone your time or your energy into something like that. You really don't. As a matter of fact, if anything, that is indifferent towards you or what you want, which is nothing really serious, you're gonna ghost that person anyway. So let's be real. So I'm mainly talking about looking for serious relationships or long-term relationship. So for instance, your process in the beginning, you look at a profile. And the profile strikes your interest. Now, hopefully, someone wrote something on their profile worth reading. And honestly, guys, please read the profiles because most of the times someone poured their heart into it, or they're actually showing you a little insight into who they are, just a little bit. Because if you read it, you can determine whether you want to be bothered with that person or not. Because most of the times, their profile is based on their ideals or their opinions or what they feel about things. It's generally, it's very emotional. So, and if you get something that's on the surface, such as, I like to ride a bike. Okay. That's on you if you want to go any further with that. But, you may just love the picture, as men say, oh, we're so visual, but as women are too. But if you're serious, again, we're talking serious relationships here or a long-term relationship. We're talking about somebody who really wants to make an investment. If you're really interested in that, you're going to want to read the profiles. So once you read the profile and you see it's something that actually has an interest, it sparks your interest, the next step is to send a message. You send the message, they in turn respond, and then your next step, and I would say no more than 4 messages back and forth when it comes to online. And then once you guys do that, then someone is going to want to talk. Hopefully both of you. Hopefully it's mutual. So you exchange your telephone number. Then you talk, and you have this great chemistry over the phone. Now, if you talk with someone or the first call and the voice or the inflection of the voice, or the way they enunciate words, and it bothers you. And we know sometimes that does with some of us. Some of us are very picky. So if it does, then you know that's not going to go anywhere. So you may not want to waste your time. And that's part of the process, is not to waste your time. You're actually considering getting to your goal, which is finding love or finding that relationship that you're actually looking for. So once you exchange messages, you have these great conversations, then it's time to meet. Once you meet, you know, actually at the first time, if you want to meet again. Honestly, people, we do. That first date, you felt something. And either it's, oh, I'm never going to see this person again, or it could be, well, you know what? I'm going to give this person a second chance. And second chance is nothing negative. I mean, maybe it was me. I'm not open-minded, or, you know, depending on where you were. And guys, please, if you go on a date, be in a good mood. Have your spirits up. Because if you really don't, you're not bringing the best you. Now, I know people are like, I want to be real. Well, nobody wants to sit across a crotchety grouch or a person that has major issues with their life. That's just real. So spare that. Spare people, please. Don't do that. So once you're sitting across from someone and the conversation is just great, it's just flowing, it's just something that you're like, oh my God, I could just talk to this guy all night, or this woman all night. You got a connection there. So just continue that. And I'd say 3 months. 3 months should be enough time to determine if that's something that really I can stick in with this, as far as see really where it goes. After 3 months, or in between that 3 months, and it's been turbulent, that's not going to work. Because in the 3 months, you get to see their good days, their bad days, their uncomfortable situations in their life, probably. And you get to see how they handle that and how they deal with that in dealing with you. So after 3 months, if you hadn't gotten anywhere, be it, hopefully it's not your fault, because you've determined the process of what you're going to do and you are proactive. There is a such thing as being proactive in dating. And once you decide your process, you are proactive in dating. So once you decide that after that 3 months, that, wow, I just want to hear this person's voice, I just want to spend time with this person, and it's mutual, I think that's something to look into as far as seeing how far it goes, because that potentially may be the one. So with a dating process, you actually don't waste time. You exchange no more than 4 messages online. You get to the conversation. You can determine whether you want any more after that conversation. And then if you're not sure and you just said, okay, I'll just try a date. But honestly, if you're not sure with the conversation and then you try the date, at this point, it's just something to do. At this point, you're just looking for a distraction from your daily, activities at this point. Because if you're speaking to someone and you barely want to talk to them, and you're going out with them, that's just something to do at that point. You're just really wasting your time, and unfortunately the other person's time. Now, again, people, I'm only talking about serious relationships. I am not talking about casual relationships. I am not talking about friendships. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about really looking for the one. That way, when you're very proactive about something and you're serious about going after what you want, you're going to consider the investment. And the number one investment is your time. So, once you decide that that's the one that you want to spend time with, and you just look so forward in talking to them, that's a great start. that's the start, I think, that you could possibly say, this may be something here, and then see where it goes. So, hopefully, I've helped you in some kind of way in deciding how to create your process. That way you're not just dangling along this online thing and, you don't know whether you're coming or going with it. And then what happens is you lose patience, tolerance, and then online dating becomes a headache to you. Yeah, sometimes you do need to take a sabbatical from it because it can be exhausting. Dating is work, especially if you're looking for something serious. Honestly, I cannot tell you how casual dating is so easy when you're really not looking for anything, when you're really not looking for a commitment or being accountable or obligated. Oh, it's so easy. That's why a lot of people do it. But if you're really looking for something long term and someone to spend the rest of your life with and someone to actually have your best interest, that's going to take some strategical planning, because that's going to take up time in your life. And you don't want to waste it. You don't want to waste it with foolery, games, or just unnecessary energy that you're putting towards it. So, good luck. And this is some tough times too we're going through with COVID. Yeah, but stick in there. COVID is not going to last for long, not forever, but love does. So stick in there, stay with it, don't waste your time. I would say 3 months. That's providing that you're talking on the phone, not texting. You're talking on the phone, you're spending time together, and that you'll determine whether you want to stick in it. Stick with that person. If you stick in there, hang in there. Until next time, bye-bye. Stay safe and try to stay happy. That's so healthy.